Hello, I welcome you all to this presentation where we are going to talk about some important techniques of developing your writing, reading, listening, and speaking skills. Today, we are going to talk about an important tool called as corrections log. तो ये corrections log क्या है? Corrections log मतलब अपनी गलतियों को सब जगह जो भी हम करते हैं राइटिंग में या रीडिंग में या लिसनिंग में या स्पीकिंग में उनको एक जगह कंपाइल करके रख लेना. It is usually seen that people do not commit many errors, but they commit the same errors many times. So you end up losing marks every time you commit the same mistake. Let's say, for example, there is a mistake in the use of a, n, and the. So suppose you commit that mistake of using a or the 5 times. The nature of mistake is the same. But since you committed that mistake 5 times, you are going to lose your marks. You are going to lose, let's say, 5 marks if 1 mark is deducted for every mistake. But the brighter side of the story is that if you correct this mistake, you would save yourself from committing 5 mistakes. So if you learn how to use A, N, and D correctly, instead of losing 5 marks, you will be getting 5 marks where you used these articles correctly. तो ये करेक्शंस लॉग का फायदा है क्योंकि हम एक सी ही मिस्टेक बार बार करते हैं और बार बार हम उस पर मार्क्स लूज कर रहे होते हैं. तो क्यों ना हम उनको एक जगह पर लिख कर रख लें और उसको बार बार रिवाइज करें जिससे कि वो हमारे दिमाग में कमिट हो जाए और हम उसको सही तरह से यूज कर पाएं. सो वी आर गोइंग टू सी सम एग्जांपल्स ऑफ हाउ टू मेक करेक्शंस लॉग and how to use it. So here there is a correct example of corrections log which is made by one of the participants here, and this is the sentence which is incorrect. So as you can see, what is written here is the recording and lecture are both about altruism semicolon kind of behavior in which person or animal help others by sacrificing themselves. इसमें जो गलती है वो है एक तो अल्ट्रुइज्म को कैपिटल लिख दिया गया है, उसके बाद सेमीकोलन लगा के एक और सेंटेंस बनाया गया है. तो ये सेमीकोलन का यूज भी इनकरेक्ट है. सेमीकोलन शुड बी यूज्ड टू सेपरेट टू सेंटेंसेस व्हिच आर कंप्लीट सेंटेंसेस इन देमसेल्व्स. तो उसको पूरा समझाया गया है. इफ यू लुक एट द एक्सप्लेनेशन यू विल फाइंड दैट द होल थिंग इज वेरी क्लियरली एक्सप्लेन्ड हियर. द रीडिंग एंड लेक्चर आर बोथ अबाउट अल्ट्रुइज्म. आफ्टर दैट, so semicolons used between two complete sentences. It's a weak separator. So full stop is a strong separator. So if you want to separate two sentences and they are talking about two different things, you make use of full stop. Otherwise you use a semicolon like the way it is used here. Kinjal is a dentist, semicolon, her husband is a pharmacist. अब यहाँ पे सेमीकोलन लगाना ठीक है. द रीजन दैट यू कैन यूज सेमीकोलन हियर इज दैट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द professions of two people. One is Kinjal and the other is her husband, and we are talking about their professions. So Kinjal is a dentist and you are putting a semicolon here, not a full stop, and you're saying her husband is a pharmacist. So if you put a full stop, that would not be wrong. That would also be fine, but that would be too strong a punctuation to separate the two sentences which are very much related to each other. So instead of using a full stop, we have used a semicolon here, and she has made a note of it with an example. Now once she understands that this is how semicolon is supposed to be used, she would never forget it. So a semicolon is supposed to be used when the two sentences are full sentences and you are trying to separate them. But colon is used to explain. So like this, she has written the whole explanation. And this is what a corrections log is all about, where whatever mistake you committed, you write that down and a complete explanation of it. So this is what I would request you to maintain. Whenever I suggest a correction, please make a corrections log to capture your mistakes and to revise them, to learn from them, so that you do not end up committing the same mistake again and again. Watching, I'm going to make very precise presentations to help you understand various techniques to improve your presentation skills and reading, writing, listening, and speaking skills for IELTS, TOEFL, PTE, SAT, whichever exams you plan to take. Do subscribe to my channel and write in comments in case you have any questions or any queries about the test that you are going to take. All the best to you. Thank you again.